Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. Today we're looking at the Tactics Ogre Reborn screenshot sweepstakes. This is of interest to you, I can assure you, because of one of the rewards you get from this. Now there are two major rewards up for grabs on this particular contest, and we might as well skip straight to those. You're going to be able to get prize A, which is a glass pumpkin, which they've got a sample here of, well, it looks nothing like that. Which is obviously related to Tactics Ogre Reborn, or we have prize B, which is the Paraserpent Parasol, which I think most people will be after. So if you think you want either of those prizes, if you're a fan of Tactics Ogre, then and you want to help celebrate the upcoming release of that on the 11th of November, they're holding this screenshot sweepstake. It's pretty cool to enter, and honestly, with this in 6.28, they released a load of dyeable versions of the Valerian and Zenobian body pieces. If you're interested in where Valerian and Zenobian body pieces come from, I'll save you an extra Google search and tell you it's from the Never Reap dungeons or Fractal Continuum. Just to let you know, at level 90 unsynced run of Fractal Continuum takes over 5 minutes, and Never Reap took us about 3 minutes or so. So there's an obvious one of which you'd want to go to because it has less loading times. Go do Never Reap, annihilate all the bosses and loot some stuff, and essentially what you need to do is equip one of the chess pieces. Before we get ahead of ourselves though, basically there will be 11 people per region that receive a glass pumpkin if they choose to enter for that, which is prize A, and 1,111 random winners per region to receive in-game items such as the Great Paraserpent, right? So that's if you choose prize B. You get to choose which one you're entering into. You do not get to choose both of them. So you can enter from the 1st of November, which is today, all the way up until Monday the 14th of November at 2:59 GMT, which is also Thursday the 15th of November AEDT. So to enter this, basically read through this. I'll link this in the description. You need to have a Twitter account, and you need to have the ability to authorize this, them to post on your behalf. So when you sync this to your Final Fantasy XIV Lodestone account, it will post on your behalf. So you have to be aware of that first of all. So you need a Twitter account that you can tweet from, and your tweet should be set to public for the Twitter account linked to the submission. You're not allowed to delete the tweet made at the time of entry before Saturday the 31st of December, so obviously don't delete the tweet. Once you've done that, there is a form that you fill out with, basically including your character's name, homeworld, the URL of your character, so you can go over to the Lodestone, search for your character, and it will be the HTTPS and EU Final Fantasy XIV Lodestone character, blah, 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 right? You need to specify which prize you want. It says that on the form, it tells you, and a brief comment if you want to. So the only restrictions is that your character has to have one of the following chess pieces equipped. Like I said, these drop from the Never Reap dungeon and obviously the Fractal Continuum. It doesn't specify that you have to have a full set of gear relating to it on. You can create a glamour around that and you can dye it and do whatever you want, but you must have that chess piece equipped. There is also look-alike gear in the game that you can get, like the Ruby Chasuble, for example, looks exactly like the Valerian the healer chest. You can use those, apparently, as long as it features the same appearance. But me, I would personally cut my losses and just get one of these chess pieces, which is exactly what I've done. Make sure you include your character name and display homeworld stickers when you go into the sticker mode in G-Pose and take a nice picture of your character. Make sure all of the information is on screen. So that would be close to my entry. So if you're wondering how you actually get your name and stuff on here, just in case you've not used this feature before, if you click the second box down here on G-Pose, the sticker mode, if you go into sticker mode and then go to text, click on general, and click on this little T here on the side, there's character name, and it also lets you tick the display homeworld button. You can also tick other things, like you can show your title and your job and stuff, but the only stuff thereafter are character name and display homeworld. And if you're wondering why is it in the middle of, nowhere, you can press the edit button, click on that, make that bigger, for example, and then you can click and drag that around You can also change the color of that as well. So if you wanted something to better match what you're going for, and that's all they're asking for, is just this visible on screen on your image that you've decided to go for, and then you're set. Just do not forget to include this, all right? And it has to match what you write on the entry and everything else as well, otherwise it will not be eligible. So the prizes then, so this is a glass pumpkin. That's the first one, which is obviously in celebration of the Tactics Ogre Reborn edition. Physical prizes will be delivered to the address registered to the Square Enix account of the entrant. You may submit multiple entries during the entry period, however only one entry will be accepted per character. So just bear that in mind. And then the real thing that I personally entered for, which is prize B, if you choose that, which gives you a Great Paraserpent and Wrapped Present. I don't know what a Wrapped Present is, but the Great Paraserpent is definitely worth it. All the winners will be notified on or about the 8th of January 2023 in-game via the Moogle delivery service. So that's where you'll know if you've got a winning entry or not. Just make sure your character name and homeworld are correct. And prizes cannot be delivered if that information isn't incorrect. If it is incorrect, so the official rules then, essentially, to cut this short, basically you need to be located in certain parts of the world. As you can see here, I'm not going to go into huge detail of this. There are obviously some territories that are excluded, especially in Europe. I believe there are only like 12 places that are applicable in Europe. I'm not sure, but please make sure you read through this, of course. Make sure you're 18 or over, and yeah, they're going to pick these at random. It's a random picking thingy. So the form itself is actually here. There's a link right here, a little bit ways down. I would have thought they would have put a link at the top, but they didn't. If you want to see the form, simply click on the link. It will take you here. It will ask you to log in. It will then give you a bunch of stuff that you fill out, where you can even put your picture. So the other thing required for this is obviously a Twitter account. Once you've filled in the online form, which of course I will link in the description, fill in all your details. Make sure your character profile URL, the one that you search for on the lodestone, does match your character and the name of it, and also on the sticker of your image, you need to make sure it has the sticker including your character's name and home world. Make sure you do that. Fill in all those details, upload the picture, and it should look something like this. Once everything's sorted, that's my entry, and then we press submit entry, and that should automatically tweet when I press this button. And there we go. And that should be done as far as I can tell. But yeah, what have you got to lose? You might as well enter. It's just a picture, you know, not to complicate things. There are no major rules on poses or anything like that. Just equip one of those chess pieces, take a nice picture somewhere that you think that looks nice, I suppose. Make sure you have all those sticker informations on the screen, and best of luck. Why not? I've entered these before, and surprisingly I've won a few on the random draws, so maybe you will too. Anyway, much love, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.